Hi, I'm Kenna Squires, and I was going to talk a little bit about rein length and how you kind of know. Everybody will ride them, specialize them a little bit to the horse or your hands. But for me, for one thing, I like a little bit wider, always leather rein. That's what I like. I like the feel of them. These aren't hugely wide, but they're not so light that you don't know where they are. And I'm going to let them out a little bit if I'm going to go ride them in the pasture. And if I'm going to take them and actually use my horses, I want this rein to be where when I get on them, it's not pulling them over backwards. They can give. But also, I've always got a hand on the rein when I get on a horse. When I get on, they're not going anywhere if I do it right. And for me, these reins are about the right length. I can reach up and use two hands, and they're not too tight, and they're not always in contact with my horse. I can still give him a break. This is a very short-necked horse, so it doesn't take much rein on him. When you see you got that, you got to take them up. And when I turn one around, I want my reins the right length that I can put a little pressure with the outside rein and tip the nose. And I can still do it on a loose rein, but I still have pressure. I want to, when I stop them, I don't want to come back to my waist with it. I don't want to come up here with it. I just want to stop them and not like double-handed. Hey, if your reins are too long and you're afraid a little bit of going with two hands, double them up. That's okay. You can't make a horse do much anything but stop doing that. But stopping matters. It's a good thing to have. But I'm going to ride two-handed. I can be easy. I can give him plenty of room and plenty with his reins, plenty of slack, or I can just reach up and stop him one-handed. I want the extra space. When I'm running, I take my reins up shorter. I don't want a lot of bouncing rein for my horse to think maybe I was giving him a cue. But to ride around in general on most horses, this is where I want my reins. And I want them short enough that I can still do something with them when I need them to. And as far as one and two hands, that's a matter of the horse I'm on the day it's given. But generally, if I think my horses are really balanced, that's when I trust them. And I can ride them with my legs. And my hands, I don't ask too much of them. They're balanced. And I can move them over with a leg instead of my hand, or this way. That's my leg, that wasn't my hand. Those reins matter, those legs matter just as much. And they got to get used to them, but it's a good thing. When I lay my reins down, I want them to be long enough that my horse knows I gave him some slack, and he's going to sit still as long as these reins are on his neck, if everything's like I want it to be. And too long is always a mistake. Too short is a little bit of a mistake. In fact, it can be a terrible mistake. But too long never hurts you. You got options. But if they're just long enough to give them some slack and short enough to make a difference when I need it to, I don't want to, and keep me balanced right in the middle of my horse and my hands right here, and I can do whatever I need to with them, that's when I know my reins are good.